One thing that still excites me when it comes to makeup collections, MAC's holiday collections. This packaging, this actually reminds me of something that came out in 2007. My MAC lovers are gonna know. Remind me of what collection that was. Maybe it was the year before. Y'all will know. But look at these. See, these are gonna be new. I believe they have jelly. Yeah, these are their Jelly Shine shadows. Let's look at it. I'm really excited for this collection, so let's see what we can come up with. I'm just gonna throw this liquid shadow on as a base. And I want to do a soft eye with a little bit of structure and then kind of glaze everything. I have an idea. Let's see if I can execute it. So I just smoothed out the liquid shadow. Now I'm taking a little bit of this shadow from 𝗕𝗓. This is the shade Snug. And I'm just gonna press that into my socket. Just a little bit of definition. So I wanna do a really wet base. I have a feeling that it's going to just make this shadow. I wanna use the pink one, by the way. We're doing the pinks and the greens. That's how it makes me feel. I'm not trying to be over dramatic, but that level of sparkle and that texture just excites me. So I'm gonna take this wet base, and you can even carve a little bit with it. And I think I'm just gonna stop it about right here. That looks good. Now before I dig my brush in it, I want to touch it and feel it. I'm not getting a jelly sensation, but it definitely does look just like an extreme sparkle. I was expecting it to be a little squishy. It's not. Ooh, I'm bumping the camera. All right, let's put it on. Now I'm gonna pick it up with my C30. Oh, it's so pretty. Get on there. There we go. Oh, that is so lovely. It almost looks wet. Oh, big fan of this. Now I want to just roll on the floor. Look at this. It's mint. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe you'll be able to tell more on my eyes, but I wanted to glaze through here. Ben is on a call. I should probably wait till he's done, but I got too excited. But I wanted to kind of glaze the rest through here. Then I'm just gonna take a dark brown liquid shadow. I don't even know anymore. I know that y'all can hear that. But I'm deciding where I want to, when I'm saying if you can't. I'm hoping you can't. But Ben's on a meeting right now. Fun. And you know what? I think I want to do a wing from under here, so I'm just going to blend this out a little bit right now. Not worry about under here yet. I want to do my trendsetters. These are the self-adhesive ones. I don't even know how many times I've worn this particular pair now. Still gluing. Look. Ow, my hair. I always go back to this cream bronzer, whether I'm underpainting or putting it on top. I'm going to do a little bit of an underpaint today. I just feel like it makes my foundations always match perfectly. C43. Don't worry about getting it too perfect, but it does need to be smooth. Smooth is really what counts here. I wanted to try out the shade 3CR. I forget the ones I have, 2CR and then a darker one. Oh, this one looks much better. But I needed one in between, and this is a new shade they came out with because I don't know why, but even brands like this just, it's really frustrating. They always kind of come up with certain shades as an afterthought in this day and age. I am gonna melt this in. I like this formula for underpainting. It is a nice, very emollient, but has really nice coverage. Sometimes when things get too emollient and too wet, they kind of blend away, but I will say this formula does not. So if you like to underpaint, you might really enjoy this foundation formula. I'm gonna go a little lighter with my concealer. A little brightening. A little holiday brightening. This is the Estee Lauder concealer, 2.5C. You know what? Let's do it. Oh, she's sassy today. Now let's melt this in. I can't tell you how excited I am that this is finally back in stock. It's been in stock for a little while now, but a lot of you still are wondering if it is, so I just tell y'all, because I still get messages. Because I do understand not everybody's online at the same time. But the C32 is back. And I'd like to say it's my favorite concealer brush of all concealer brushes that I've ever concealer brushed. And then I thought you might want to watch this blend out, because I find the blend so relaxing. So I get my initial shape and then I grab the C42 again, and that's where I kind of press edges. I don't need to go over where the concealer brush blended, but I do like to use a bigger brush to always come back in and melt edges. Before I get any powder on my face, I love to use this shade here. It's called 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬, and I'm going to do a little bit of draping. I'm just pressing it on the outer part of the eye just to make it look a little bit more holiday. But I always feel, and I think I've talked about this before, but when I used to think draping, I used to think we had to do this with a red blush. But try it with kind of your favorite beigey blush or whatever your comfort blush is. We all have a comfort blush. Try it, and it's just so beautiful and just melts and ties everything together. I love it. So I finally got this 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬𝗓 gel liner. This is the first time I'm using it. It's very creamy, it's very nice. And I feel like it's gonna have a slower dry time, which is something I prefer, because I like to take an E26 and use it to wing it out. Oh, y'all knew that my eye look was gonna get wild. I'm sure most of y'all did, right? Place a little bit more and pull it out this way. Okay, I absolutely love it. And I love how black it is, but I don't think it's as black as my other fave from Hung. I feel like if you don't do the super sassy pants looks that I tend to do, I feel like you will absolutely love this. But if you're already used to extremely dark liners and such, I feel like you might not find this to be black enough. But it's very easy to work with, and I do think it's a really nice shade. Another reason I love this foundation, you can clean up with it. I'm just gonna take it and tidy here a little bit, because it isn't as wet as, say, a liquid concealer. So you can just do a little detail work with it. I'm taking a very small amount. We're not gonna need much because it's quite pigmented. So it's not that I think that this is just a big standout, amazing formula, but what I do love about it, it's just so easy to kind of use in different ways. It kind of fixes a lot of my problems. Now, I want to really tie into these minty tones, so I'm going to take this Prada Mint liner and do that kind of at an angle. Now, one of the reasons when we do a lighter, I know I'm all baby doll-eyed, but when we do a lighter waterline, what tends to happen is it can kind of cake up in our lashes, and that is what can make it look a little messy. So I'm just going to take that gel liner and make sure that it's nice and covered. Now, mascara can do a little bit of the cleanup, but doing this step really makes a difference on how tidy it looks. I'm going to use this wet concealer to my advantage, and I'm going to go ahead and bring this shadow out this way in my inner corner. Givenchy pressed powder. Now it's time to set all of this. Sometimes I wonder, if you've never seen my tutorials before, I bet you sometimes think I look really, really slimy. I promise. I just like to wait to the last minute, because this is a really helpful tip. Once we're set, we're essentially locked in. I know that's corny, but I could still fix things and kind of manipulate the makeup while I'm in that wet state a lot easier. So I kind of wait till the last second to set in case I mess up, because you know what? I still mess up a lot. I love this Prada mascara. I love it on my top lashes, but when I need to do my bottom lashes, it's like putting it on with a lash comb. So it's so much easier. Also, if you've ever noticed, I don't do the mascara face, and I think it's because I have had to talk while in fact, I'm not even looking in a mirror. I am literally just looking up, but I've had to talk and explain for so many years. I guess I didn't have to. I chose this path, but I have been talking and explaining for so many years while I do makeup that I have a little chat and do mascara. So this is the gloss that I want to use. That looks delicious. It better be that sparkly. This is the shade Twinkle Taupe. Love it. But I thought we could do Cork and Whirl lip liner, so I'm going to do Cork first. Get us a little shapety shape going. And then I'm going to blend inside with Whirl. All right, I want a little extra blush, but just on the apples. So this is technically a highlighter. They call it the Bounce and Gleam highlighter. This is the shade Candied Copper, but on my skin tone, it's gonna have enough pigment to show up as a blush. Perfect. I didn't want to get too blushy. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's real glazy. But I do want you to know that it could actually be rather pigmented. I'm being very, very mindful of how much I'm picking up with the brush. Time for our gloss. If it's not a meeting, it's the lawn crew. We have fun over here. Oh, that's a pretty color. Here's what it looks like without lip liner. It's pretty sheer. I will say I like it, but for me, I don't think this is something that I would write home about. But it's pretty. I just probably already have something like this. I don't know, what do you think? I must have more of this minty highlight. I grabbed a C40.5 and then I'm going to put that. Ah, I love it. It's green. Let's not act like it's not green, but it's not a wild green. It's so pretty. I really like this texture and formula. This one is squishy. I love this type of formula. Let me swatch the other two shadows for you. This is Sparkle Sparkle. And, oh Lord have mercy, let me put it right here. I do feel that these are really, really extra sparkly. They kind of remind me of the one from the Makeup by Mario, the Ethereal Eyes Sparkles. So if you're looking for a really intense sparkle, this is a really good way. What shade is this one? Glimmer for Breakfast. This would be a really good option because you could just buy one of them. And they don't have really intense bases, kind of like the Makeup by Mario ones too. So out of everything in the collection, I feel that these are the ones that I would gravitate to the most. Now I'm just painting to paint. I'm taking that Prada liner and I'm just gonna add a little bit here just to brighten this up. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoy painting it. I don't know what it is about the MAC holiday, but it does speak to me. I will say though, I'm trying to be mindful, and if I could only get one thing, like I said, it would be the shadows. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for being here with me, and until the next one, bye for now.